Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. This is y&ymission. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. y&ymission is affiliated Kappa GMS. Got 1 day left. Countdown to the real ID. Okay. So the real ID is basically going to lead into what? The MOTB. Okay. The apostles and elders of Great Millstone all the way down. Bishops, everybody, servants of the Lord, men of the Lord, the prophets have been out on the highways and byways and the information superhighway telling you that this, these things were going to come to pass. Okay, this is going to segue into the MOTB. I did lessons on it, a couple of days ago. So the information is out there, and I did a lesson on on the Real ID last month, I believe. So, like I said, it's going to be no excuse, man. This thing is basically upon us, okay? So I'm gonna bring, just bring some articles and some scriptures out, okay? And then this thing with the passport, okay? Look, Esau going crazy with the real ID shit, all right? For a reason. They not counting down this for just to count down. This is gonna be a serious change that's coming. Yes, you can fly without real ID after May 7th, but it won't be easy, okay? So, Illinois officials no rush for real ID unless you're flying soon without a passport. See, all right. On May 7th, passengers need a real ID or passport to fly domestically. Okay. So, all right. Look. Guess what? EU citizenship no longer for sale. Okay. So these people are going to try to run out the last minute. And run to Europe. These Edomites. Okay. You already got Jake, specifically the southern tribe, specifically the tribe of Judah, running to Africa, and now they having buyer's remorse. You got videos of them out there getting treated just as worse, or if not worse, okay? And you see how IUIC got ran up out of Kenya preaching a word. That's in Africa. So it's nowhere to go. It's nowhere for nobody. You're a two-third. You're a heathen. You're a man of the Lord, serving the Lord. Okay, a prophet. You're in the truth. Okay, or you fell out of the truth. It's nowhere for nobody to run right now. It's all accountability about to start happening. Okay, everybody is going to have to, you know, take whatever they've been dishing out, you know, this grace period, whether it's been bad or good, you're going to have to get ready to take that shit. All right, it's nowhere for nobody to run to. All right, so let me just go into this real quick. Okay, real deal, real deal approach, but it won't be easy. Let me see. We're gonna skim through all this stuff real quick. Final countdown has begun. Look, see, Esau sensationalizing this thing because this is gonna be serious. This is gonna lead into a whole bunch of other shit, and we not even talking about all the war stuff that's going on. We just talking about this. In less than 2 days, the TSA will require real ID to get through. If travelers show up to the airport without real ID compliant identification, they may be unable to fly unless they have a United States passport. Okay. All right, we're requiring real ID. Lumen deadline. Many state license bureaus are at maximum capacity and unable to accept additional appointments to get the real ID. See, this gonna cause all types of chaos and mayhem. And with Jake, Israel, the house of Israel, they the last ones to know and hop on anything. All right, so look, they said the appointments are spilled to get the real ID and all this type of shit. You ain't gonna be able to fly. And these planes are going out less and less, okay? They sitting down more, okay? You got more incidents, more issues with aircraft at these airports and whatnot. Okay, I need a real fly passport. The rest of the passport, it's a video. All right, look, EU citizenship no longer for sale. Uh, the last golden passport program in the European Union is now banned by the bloc highest court, but there might be other ways for the countries to make money. All right, so look, you can't even get an EU passport or let's say EU citizenship no longer. Okay, you spent dozens years working an outcome screen. I'm skimming through it because time is moving fast out here, man. Most High got time speeding up, so I'm trying to keep up. Going passports. Merely a commercial transaction. You committed brought action against one another due to the practice of granting citizenship based largely on real estate investment. Arguing EU citizenship recipients must show a genuine link with the country granting the passport. Yeah, so all these passports, all these nations are shut down. Okay, and there's a separation is being made where the passport buyers come from. Those that the court decision truly indicated you cannot put a price to citizenship. It's much more violent. See, and they Esau's tired of all these immigrants and all these different nations coming into his country. Okay, his birth rates are low. He try to put it off on Japan. Okay, they heathen too, but you're just in the same boat as them. Okay, so you got these out in Europe. You got Ishmael overrunning Europe, and from the south you got Ham running up in there, and some Israelites. Then over here you got the northern tribe uh, running through, trying to come through America. Okay, along with uh, Ishmael and Moab, China. You got Chinese coming over here. So Esau is mad because he's being invaded, baby. Go to Visa, operate on many of the same principles. Money laundering laws. So yeah, they try to make stop the EU citizenship so more people won't come in and sound like some people running scams trying to find loopholes to get into the system, be an EU citizenship. Okay, so look, Isaiah 13 and 14, and it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own country. Okay, and that's what a lot of hate heathens are doing. They're leaving this country. Okay, you see, like I said, you see Esau running back to Europe. Okay, even running out of Jerusalem before this war stuff. It's been heating up even more with Israel and the neighboring nations. They've been getting out of Israel. Okay, Esau is running to Europe. He's running to Africa. Okay, he's not welcome over in China. Okay, he's getting getting hemmed up and ran out of China. Jake, okay, here's running over to Africa. Okay, and they're trying to get amongst the Israelites over there and Ham, and it's not going well. Okay, so every man shall flee is trying to flee into his own country. Okay, and everybody knows the truth. We know America, Babylon the Great, Egypt 2.0, Rome 2.0 is the heathens quote unquote paradise. Okay, uh, so you know look, second Esdras 15 to 17, and man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, and that's what this real ID is going to start taking air privileges, air travel away from people, and back up the system. Okay, the passport system and whatnot, and the identification license system, and these MBAs and DMVs. Okay, a man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. I already did an article on grandma. She couldn't go, that black grandma. I forgot what state, I believe it's Florida. She cannot get, she was born in a segregation area, or basically Jim Crow era, and she cannot get a license. She doesn't want to travel or anything like flight. She doesn't want to take a flight to anywhere. She just wants to get her license, and Esau, United States government, won't let her get her license because they saying they don't got no proof that she's even a U.S. citizen. So that's what I'm saying. The real ID is a trick bag. Okay, it's going to make a lot of people get stuck here that want to get out, that are from different countries. Okay, a lot of people that are from here that want to leave, they won't be able to leave, and just to get your driver's license now to go into, to drive around in your own state or whatever, it's going to be hard, damn near impossible soon. Okay, so the real ID is basically a death trap. Okay, a government issued trap for a lot of people. Okay, not to mention all the shit that's going on with the immigration, Trump opening up all these prisons all of a sudden, and refurbishing these prisons and making deals with other countries to send people. Okay, so nobody won't be able to leave. Okay, pretty soon go to another city, I brung that out. And every man is going to try to run up to his own people. Ishmael with Ishmael, house of Israel with Israel, specifically with Judah, the southern tribe and northern tribe. Okay, Edomites with Edomites, Moab with Moab. Okay, Ham with Ham, Ethiopians and whatnot. So everybody's gonna be stuck up each other's own ass pretty soon. All right, that's what this is gonna lead into. A lot of confusion. A lot of people gonna be stranded, can't do nothing. You try to do the right thing by going to get the ID, you gonna be asked out because of the appointments. Then when you try to do it, they're gonna say you not. You gotta prove if you Jake from Southern tribe specifically, they're gonna say you're gonna have to prove that you're a U.S. citizen. We know it's tons of laws and things that's saying that Jake basically is not a U.S. citizen. That's coming out, okay, in his book, in Esau's book, in United States, the white man's book, and on the side, okay. So it's gonna be damn near you're gonna be in a catch-22. Your back is gonna be against the wall, okay, and this is gonna segue into the MOTB because these tariffs, these shortages, they gonna get you with the food. Okay, Revelations 13-16. And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. See, that's what the ultimate goal is, all right? So, time is running short. Most High speeding up time, okay? The Lord is going to show you better than the prophets could tell you because nobody's listening, okay? So, don't cry. Okay, don't be surprised. Okay, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and the watchmen, prophets have been telling you this for years, even before I've been doing this. Okay, and nobody still to the day has not been listening. Okay, so a lot of people gonna get caught with their pants down with this first wave, and this is just gonna get worse. All right, you see Esau counting down. The countdown is real. The countdown is real because this is going to lead into the MOTB. And then they're going to get you with the food. They're going to trap you with the food. They're going to trap you with the air travel, you not being able to travel, fly out nowhere. They're going to trap you with not being able to get your driver's license with this real ID. Okay, all the walls are coming in, closing in. The pressure is mounting. Most High putting the squeeze on Babylon the Great's neck and the rest of these countries as well. And I just showed you the EU isn't selling citizenship. You can't get citizenship in these EU countries. Then you got the war, Europe all messed up. You got the power outages that's going on over there with these airports that's over there. Things is getting worse over there. So, look, it's about to get real. All right. I said Mayday is going down. It's about to get real. All right. So with that, I'd like to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom.